everyone, Jensen Organist here, and welcome to something new on my channel. This is the first build tutorial that I have done. A little while back on my single-player series, Orgelcraft, I built a set of townhomes in my village, and I really liked the way they turned out, and so I thought that it would be kind of nice to do a little build tutorial, and so that you guys could build this in your own worlds. It's fairly resource light, so it's good for early game, and has basically all the starter stuff that you would need. It's got some storage. If you go upstairs, you've got a bed, your ender chest, crafting table, brewing stand, furnace, basically everything that you could need. And then if you come out the back, there's a nice little porch on the back, and you can look out over your world from there. So, with that in mind, let's take a look at how we build this. So, you can use any materials that you want. I'm using the exact same ones that I used in my Orgelcraft world, which are acacia logs, birch wood, and oak wood, and then a little bit of glass and a little bit of andesite, just to kind of add some accents to it and vary the texture a little bit. So we're going to start off with going 6 up with the acacia logs, and then you're going to leave a gap of 3 and come up 7. Then going to the back of the house, you're going to leave a gap of 5, and do the same thing in the back. So 6 on that side, and then 7 over here, and that's to make up for the difference in the height of the roof that we'll get to a little bit later. So then I started out with birch planks all along the bottom, and we will leave a gap in the center in the front and a gap on the left side as you're facing it in the back. Do that there. Next I went with oak, again leaving the gap for the front door. And then I did oak on either side, glass panes there, and a polished andesite block in the middle. If we come back to the back, we do polished andesite and a glass pane there. And then on this side, you can do one of two things. If you're just doing a single townhome, then you'll basically just duplicate what you have on the first side. If you are going to do a set of townhouses in a row, then you would want to just do this as a solid wall of planks here. And we'll take a look at what that looks like with multiple ones of them put together when we get to the end of the video. So now that that layer is done, for the front we're going to grab our polished andesite and go along there. On the sides, we're going to go with birch planks again, all the way along the top. And back there as well. Finish up the fourth side like that. Now, as we start on the second level of the house, I'm going to switch over to oak stairs, and this just changes up the texture a little bit so that you get a little bit of depth to the build. So we're going to put upside down oak stairs all the way around the build. Yep, there we go. And once again, if you are tiling the design, then on this side you would just do planks instead of the stairs. But that's what we have going right there. Coming back around to the front, we'll do glass panes all along there. Then we will switch and we'll do birch on either side, and then 3 glass panes all along the top. So you get a little bit more window on the upper floor. And then we'll replicate that on the other side. And that's that layer finished off. And then to finish off the top, we'll go back to the oak planks there. Polished andesite in the middle. Oak planks all the way along this side. Along the back. And along our fourth side. At the top here, we're going to do another oak plank and a polished andesite. And then along the top here, we're going to do birch planks just to keep that color pattern going. And then in the front, we're going to do the same thing as the back. So oak plank and andesite slab. And that is the structure of our building. So let's go ahead and put the roof on next. And for that, we're going to need oak planks and oak stairs. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start at this level and do a layer of planks. So we're going to extend them one beyond the front of the house, just to give a little bit of an eave there. And we'll do the same in the back. And we will do 2 rows of that along the back of the house. Our next row is going to come here. It's going to come off the top of this plank that we placed earlier, and we're going to bring that all the way across and out over the front. Our next row goes here on top of the andesite slab. We bring that all the way across. And then here we're going to go up 2, and then we're going to carry that across with planks. But instead of taking planks all the way at the edge, we're going to switch to upside down stairs. And we're going to put a stair there, and then we're going to do a corner and bring it all the way along the front, out the other side. And then to finish off, we're going to do 1 more row of planks over this side of the house, and we're going to do it at the level right below where we put our first set of planks. So that is the basic structure of the outside. Now, the roof here is spawnable, and I didn't do this in my single-player world, but I came up with this little, I don't know what to call it, like an aerial or, I don't know, some kind of structure on the top that just gives us a little bit of light up here. And so the way that I did that was I used iron bars and glow rods, or end rods, glow rods. And so then I put our iron bars here and then just brought them in a line all the way to the front. And that comes up there, not there. And then sticking the end rods on this lower layer. And then that will make that should get your light levels so that nothing will be able to spawn on your roof. You should have a minimum light level of 8 along all of that. So now let's go and take care of the inside. So we're going to go ahead and clear this dirt out here, and I just went ahead and used stone brick slabs. You can use whatever you want in your own build, but this was the material that I had on hand. It fit the theme of the village that I was doing, and so I just decided to go with it. We're going to come off the back here, and the original build actually was built up on a hill, so we're going to clear out a little bit of space here really quick so that we can do that. And this is so that we can make the porch on the back of the townhouse. So we're going to go there, and then we're going to bring our stone bricks along there. Just 3. It's a fairly narrow little balcony, but it's a nice little touch. And then we need birch stairs, birch fences, and we will also need birch slabs up here. And so what we're going to do is along the edge of the stone brick stairs, we're going to do, or stone brick slabs, we're going to do birch slabs. Give myself a little bit more room here. We're going to do that along there. And if you do build it this way, you're going to want to bring the acacia wood all the way down. It looks just a little bit better when you do that. So we clear this out, and then we can fill that in. And I think that just looks a little bit nicer if it has some continuity. So then around the bottom of this, we're just going to put normal birch stairs. We don't have to do the upside ones. And that is the support for our little porch area here. On the corners here, we're going to put planks. And then we're going to fill all the rest in with birch fences. Coming up from the planks, you're going to do another birch fence, and then on top of those, we're going to do stairs all around. So we'll bring them along here and wrap it around on one side and then the other, and then we will fill this top in with slabs. And I decided to go with slabs there because then it gives you a little bit more space when you're under there and doesn't make it feel quite as claustrophobic. Up here at the top, because this is spawnable, we're going to put a fence post there and an end rod, and that will then take care of our lighting issues there. So then going on the inside, pretty simple to finish this up. We're going to put stairs along this side, And then we're just going to put some upside down ones underneath to make it look a little bit neater. And then we will go ahead and do our floor up here. Take that all the way around. And then here I like to put a couple of fence posts so that you don't fall off the second floor, and then a glow rod, I don't know why I keep calling them glow rods. End rod there, and then tuck another end rod down here, and that will take care of our lighting for this build. And that is it. And then just to finish things off, if you want to add some detail, you can add any detail that you like to it. But we want to add a couple of doors, one in the front and one in the back. If you want to add some shutters, you can add some trap doors to the sides. That will be shutters for your windows. I like to use stone buttons just as a little bit of detail on the acacia, and I think it adds, again, it adds another layer, and just that little pop on there looks really good. And that is everything. And then, of course, you can customize everything else. You can add bushes, you can add paths, you can add custom trees, and do anything you like on the inside. And that is our townhouse build. So really quick, I want to take you over to my Orgelcraft world, and I'll show you what this looks like when they are all tiled. So let's go check that out. So here are the townhouses in my survival world, and as you can see, they tile very nicely. I set them off by 2 blocks, so each townhome is 2 blocks in front of the one next to it, and I did a little bit of alternation with the color just to shake things up a little bit. So, we alternate from the oak roof to the birch roof and so on. And then if we look at it from the back, I also alternated the color of the porches, but essentially kept the build the same. And there's not too much that you have to do differently. Just basically working through. This is what that solid wall looks like instead of using the stairs and the windows. You get that. I did use the acacia logs as the foundation, the corner foundations for every single one of them, and just made little variations here and there, and then filled in the top row under the roof here as it was appropriate. So that is what it looks like, and of course you can do as many of them as you like, and of course I made these as little homes for my villagers. So that is it for this tutorial. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this, and let me know if you would like to see more of these in the future. This was a lot of fun to do, and I would be happy to do more build tutorials in the future. So if you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to subscribe and make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. All those links are down in the description. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.